Hey everybody, Beetle Fox here. You're probably wondering what I'm doing. Well, I'm cutting off my daughter's legs. It's a long story. I've joined a very special community on the internet, known on the deep web and the other hacker sites where all the cyber bullies hang out as the fur fag community, but I prefer to call it the Indian spirit community. There you go. My goodness, her hair is really receding in these later years of her life. Yeah, Orange has stopped talking to me lately. She doesn't really talk a lot, so we're going to reinvent her. She's going to be reborn, aren't you, Orange? You're going to be reborn, and you're going to be the daughter that you were always meant to be. The Indian spirit way. This is not fun for me, by the way. This hurts me as much as it hurts Orange. I'm not sure if I made the right choice. This is Orange right now. Worse. I feel sick, and we're still waiting. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry, Orange. Isn't she beautiful? I wish I was special. You have the perfect body now, Orange.
This video was uploaded 10 years ago by a man named Matthew on his channel Beetle Fox. This was his most popular video, being shared by many, including to the WTF subreddit, where people had a lot to say about it. Spider Soup says, "This is 100% the most messed up thing I have ever seen." Another user says, "This is the most what the fuck thing I have seen in a long time. That dude is full on certified fucking freakazoid." More than one person even speculating that Beetle Fox was Alan Tutorials.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to my Bluetooth page. Today I'm gonna do a new tutorial how to pick up a chair if it falls down.
I'm pretty sure this is the same guy on YouTube who was on the Tim and Eric show, who used to post all those really weird and creepy tutorials on YouTube. The voice and the legs, I think this might be the tutorial guy who made this. However, people were quick to point out their speculation was wrong. This is someone else. He has another video where he unboxes his daughter.
What do we do? We're just gonna unbox my new daughter here. No, you can't have soda. I've told you. Jimmy doesn't like soda. You know Jimmy hates sugar. You know Jimmy hates sugar. You know what he'll think. You know what he'll think when he comes home. There's no soda. You have to go to bed. Oh my God, no. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? No. Oh my God. Jimmy.
A commenter said, "This is definitely a joke. Creepy nonetheless, but a joke. There's moments where I wonder why he took it so far and for so long. 8 minutes? Seriously? But there's no way in hell this is serious. Still extremely weird to want to make this type of joke. Going to the extent of buying a weird plastic doll and typing stuff out and setting it up with soda, risking absolute defamation if someone figures out, and they will if it goes viral, that you made this weird video with a doll. So is this a sick person genuinely thinking of this doll as beautiful and their daughter and believing these happenings are real? Most likely, no. It is a weirdo trying to make a joke by buying a doll, putting ketchup on a knife, and going too far with it? Most certainly. Yes, he's definitely weird as shit, but that's not up for debate. I really can't see this being much more than a joke, making a big show of having what is absolutely ketchup or some fake blood on a knife and cleaning it off basically confirmed that for me. He also has a video where he makes a homemade fleshlight. Bullfox has since privated all his videos on YouTube and Vimeo. His channel description reads, "The Beebleffox Broadcasting Corporation is a British Virgin Islands public service broadcaster headquartered at Broadcasting House in the city of Banana, Congo. It is the largest broadcaster in the world with about 2 staff. Its main responsibility is to provide public broadcasting in the interests Virgin Islands and Isle of Butts. That seems like it should be it." Oh wait, that explained why he named his daughter Orange.
Her name is Brittany. I'm just going to read directly from her messages of what she sent me because that is her words. She says, "It has been over a decade and I'm still affected by it. I was 18 and he was 27 at the time when I first talked to him, but I was a very sheltered teenager. I had no friends and just had been dumped by my first boyfriend when Matthew began messaging me on MySpace and AIM. This was all the way back in 2007. During that time, he was in a long-term relationship with a girl in California. I'm going to call this girl A. I'm not going to name her. She doesn't, like, in a polite way, she doesn't deserve to have her name released. In a polite way. Like, I don't want anything bad for her. And this was the girl that Matthew was in a very long-term, long-distance relationship with. Brittany says, I knew about that, but he became my only source of comfort. And when we talk from morning to night, every single day. This is what he does. He makes you believe he is a safe person. He will spend a lot of time with you. He will talk to you for hours on end. He'll make you believe he's safe. He will do this. It's part of the grooming mechanism. And by the way, adults can be groomed as well as children. Adults are very, very much can be groomed. Anybody can be groomed. It just takes time. She says that he discouraged her from ever considering getting back with her ex-boyfriend. He was sending me flowers and telling me he loved me. He also sent me a webcam during this time, asking me to send him naked pictures because if I really loved him, I'd do what he's asking. Other girls do this for their boyfriend all the time. It's not a big deal. Fucking creep. He eventually said that he wasn't properly in love with the other girl, with girl A. He said he realized that he couldn't possibly really love her if he was doing and saying all of these things with me. But he wanted to let her down gently because she's very sick and the stress could leave her confined to a wheelchair. So I took his word on everything. I've since talked to her about everything, and she was never by any means some frail little creature. She's smart and strong and capable of hearing the truth and always has been. This was just another lie of his so that he could keep me quiet and manipulate multiple young women. I eventually got enough money together to get a passport and a plane ticket to meet him. I didn't come from a wealthy family by any means. I grew up in a trailer. I never had a lot of anything. I guess I just need to know if he was my safe person, if there was an actual love there. But he was all too eager to get a camera and a tripod out and tell me to put my hair in pigtails and record himself doing horrible things to me. That was truly all that mattered to him, and if I didn't consent or if I didn't like what he was doing, he would get very angry. If I cried, he got angry. At one point, after forcing me to film something with him, and I was visibly shaken up, he said, God, I feel like I just raped you. And he cried in the corner, but there were never any actual tears. I've wondered for years if it ended up online because I know photos of another girl he was seeing at this time were sent to you and to Kaylee. While I was there, he also went through all of my personal email messages while I was sleeping. He read messages to and from my mom, dug through emails from years prior that a male friend sent to me, and he demanded that I get on the phone immediately and call that male friend and prove to him that we hadn't spoken in years. He was telling me exactly what he wanted me to say and ask. It was literally an acquaintance that I had never met and likely ever talked to. That's how controlling he is. He asks for all your passwords, he goes through all of your shit, and then he gets mad about stuff from years ago when you didn't even know him. I felt like a prisoner and couldn't leave. He said if we were going to continue any kind of relationship, he needed all of my passwords. I began trying to contact his girlfriend, girl A, at that point, which made him go absolutely fucking nuts.
Wait, it appears the image he taped to his fleshlight is her. In 2013, when the video was made, she was only 16. She confirmed that the Beeble Fox channel was only an ARG or fictional, and he really isn't how he appears in the videos in real life, but still it seems he is a creep and has engaged in illegal activities with minors, allegedly.
I can be a daughter, a body of the lost degree. I'll comb it with the waters. I can be a daughter, body of the lost degree. I'll comb it with the waters. On roses carried by the sea.
This is Elena Cohen. In 2010, she regularly posted cover and original songs. She had developed a small fan base, reaching 10,000 subscribers, and was continuously growing. Some speculated she would be able to have a singing career one day. She was once a very active social media user, though in 2011 her uploads would become rare, and within a few years she would delete all of her videos without explanation and seemingly disappear from the internet. Fans considered this to be concerning and not like her at all, as her fan base was growing and she had the potential to become a well-known musician one day. Why abandon it all now? YouTuber Nick Crawley did a recent investigation on this. Most comments on her remaining videos were of fans saying how much they missed her or wanting answers to where she went. Though one user left a suspicious reply saying this account is being managed, Elena is not alive anymore. I think she would want all of us to be of one mind that a part of her was never truly alive. Never will anyone like you be walking amongst us, Elena. Of course, people were quick to question what the hell he was talking about, asking where he got all this insider information that none of her other fans had. On a separate account, this user writes that he promoted her songs in 2011, growing her following 5 times and bringing her to the attention of the most well-known and influential Western singers at the time, Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. Why was he claiming this? There is no evidence to suggest he isn't just making this up. Quite the contrary, his Facebook page only had 50 followers. A post of his could not be responsible for any growth of her channel. This man was clearly delusional, viewing himself to be Elena's producer and responsible for the majority of the success that she had, when in reality he wasn't. This man's behavior began to become concerning. He started to grow bitter that Elena wasn't giving him the attention and thanks that he believed he deserved. It grew even more concerning when he claimed to have information on Elena that was not publicly available, that she supposedly lived in Tucson of the summer of 2011, even saying he looked for her in the city when he lived there himself. After a long break, Elena uploaded a new song, Epicenter, though this man would claim that the song was written by him and Elena wanted him to react to the song. He then posted he was in prison for a situation involving Elena shortly after the song was released, saying he sent her the project file. It seems like the claims he was making that he knew where she lived and tried to find her was real. This man was harassing Elena. Nick Crawley points out that something as simple as sending Elena a project file would not lead to this man's arrest. Though if his claims were true, the only reason he would be arrested for this is if he was violating a restraining order filed against him, perhaps in 2011, when his stalking and harassment towards Elena reached a point where she felt unsafe. She was forced to erase her presence on the internet. She also had a restraining order filed against him, which, if true, then good for her. Though he also writes that when he was arrested, he was carrying a knife on the property of a San Diego University, suggesting he had sinister intents. For 2 years after he posted this, he would not make any more posts, insinuating that his claims that he was arrested were true. 2 days after his supposed arrest, Elena would break her silence, posting to her Facebook page that she was going on a vacation to Africa and that this would be a long trip. She would be away from everything for some time. 2 years later, Elena would return with a new cover and original song. The man returned at a similar time, posting he was in prison for 18 months and blaming Elena for this. He would post nonsensical things to Reddit, further proving his lunacy. This man was not in the right mind, and Elena potentially was in danger, especially with a knife being in his possession the day of his arrest. He was likely angry with her for not giving him attention. Soon after he was released from prison, Elena would delete all of her videos, scrubbing her existence from the internet, hopefully leaving her stalker with no way to find her. It is difficult to find any information about her online now. Good for her for making efforts to remove this crazed man from her life, though she should have never had to do this. If the stalking incident never occurred, would Elena have been able to reach stardom? This man continued to make crazed posts online after Elena chose to disappear, even claiming that she was no longer alive. He even posted that he requested a welfare check to be performed on her, being absolutely oblivious to the fact that he was the only reason she was ever unwell. Writing, I first request that this individual be located and deemed safe and alive. I request that she is notified that I am interested in having a discussion with her about this situation, and that proper authorities assure that she does. If communication with me does not happen, I believe she will be likely to be a co-conspirator in at least some of this, and it should be considered a strong subject. Obviously, this is disturbing, though it is nice to hear that he was unable to achieve contact with Elena, and his last hope was requesting police help. He also stated his mother helped him get arrested, and another singer, Lorde, had written a song that was designed to be threatening to him. This delusion caused him to file a $1 million lawsuit against Lorde. This surprisingly was not just a claim. The lawsuit was submitted to the court, and there is actual documentation for it. The claims that Elena is no longer alive are probably false, as around 2020 she made a few of her old songs public again. Clearly, Elena must have been terrified of this man to abandon years and years of work towards chasing her passion and ultimate dream of becoming a singer to be safe from him. I sincerely hope that Elena is safe and happy and not constantly living in fear of being rediscovered by this man wherever she may be. I particularly hope that she didn't feel compelled to give up her love of singing, which undoubtedly provided her peace and joy. Unfortunately, sharing her beautiful singing is a threat to her safety at this point. After 2011, she did make a few attempts to post her songs, though this resulted in more harassment. She does not deserve this. She deserves to be safe and happy. Sadly, she cannot do this while having an online presence. This man may have ruined her chance of becoming famous, and now she is no longer known as a singer. She is mostly remembered as being a victim of stalking. Let's appreciate Elena for what she wanted to be known for, her singing. A subreddit was created for her. They say with activity on her channel, her fans hope that she will return soon. That activity being 2 years ago, she made a few videos public again. Users write for Elena, "You must know that your fans stand by you and support you. This is a safe space for you. If you choose to establish contact with your fans or tell us about yourself, you can make use of this platform." Though someone comments, if this isn't run by her crazy stalker, then it will definitely be found by him. Not safe. There has been no activity on that subreddit for 2 years. CSI Mad Max was a comic creator in the My Little Pony fan community. She is not well known outside of the fans, but in the early 2010s, many people appreciated her work. Though in 2014, she disappeared without explanation, concerning many people who are still wondering what happened to her. Fans still are commenting on her DeviantArt page. It's been so many years. I hope everything is alright with you. You should know that we are all wanting for your return. Please come back. It was so hype back in the day, waiting to see what you come up with each new creation. For some reason, I thought of you today. Came down to check. Wherever you are, I hope there is peace and light. You were one of the greats, and I think many would have loved to have seen more from inside your wonderful mind. Perhaps I'll check up on you in another 10 years. Until then, her last post reads, "Absolutely saddening. I've been away from the comic making and cool stuff due to no longer having access to a computer to draw and my involuntarily newly found nomad-like lifestyle. Things are going certainly bad, and I don't know if I could be able to draw for some time. So yeah, I'm really sorry for the people asking me for a commission, but I'm certainly out of the game from now on. Sorry. I'll make another journal if I find a way to, well, to do stuff." Since then, there has been lots of speculation on her whereabouts. I've heard hearsay she was uprooted due to conflict in Ukraine, with some others stating she lived in the affected regions and might be homeless. Others say that she has passed away. Looking at a post from 2012 provides more answers. Hey guys, got some good news and some bad news. The good news is that I'll be streaming during this next Sunday again, clarifying the stream will have no audio because she uses Windows XP. Continuing, the bad news is that I'm doing this for donations because this past Wednesday an earthquake damaged my apartment, and now I'm trying to fix the ceiling and other broken things as fast as I can. The worst news is that this is my first live stream, and there's a big chance that I'm gonna start acting like a total idiot who doesn't know what she is doing because I don't really know how that thing works. So yeah, if you want to make fun of me for some hours, come this Sunday night for my live stream. I can't say you will have fun, but you can be sure that this is going to be totally awkward. She links to her PayPal for donations. After the stream, she updates. She made $400 for repairs. Thank you very much, everybody. Previously, she has stated that she lives in a Spanish-speaking country. With this information, investigators were able to find a magnitude 7.6 earthquake that struck Costa Rica a day before she made the post. Looking more deeply into the email address associated with her PayPal, users were able to find a stream account. A few people sent messages to this profile hoping to get answers, though no responses have been given. In 2015, all her posts on her Tumblr account were removed. It is implied that these posts were deleted by Mad Max herself, so we know she was okay at least up until 2015, though it is odd that her deviant art remains unchanged while all the posts on her Tumblr were deleted. A My Little Pony community website, Horse News, wanted answers and tracked down one of Mad Max's close friends who was trusted with handling her art and money at conventions, hoping that Mad Max was simply no longer part of the community but continued to remain in contact with the friends that she had made. Her friend responded but said she has banished from the internet as far as I know, and I only hope she's safe and happy somewhere, but I have no real idea. Also saying she didn't know much about Mad Max's situation, as she didn't like to talk about her home life much. Her friend concludes, "This is as far as I wish to discuss this. She was my good friend for several years, and it hurts to talk about it a little bit. Please respect that. Likely at this point she's living well and just moved on from the My Little Pony community, not giving any further updates to our fans. We can sure hope that 9 years after her disappearance that she is doing well and just choosing not to return. Surely you were a very active part of online communities several years ago, which you no longer check in on. Even with the friends you have made, either moving on or having more important things in life to deal with. And when you are able to return, you simply have no interest to. We can hope the same thing happened to Mad Max. Take this as an inspiration to contact an internet friend you were once close with, though haven't spoken to in a while."